welcome to my channel, Compass Starlight. I want to do a reading for the week and kind of check in for energies, what we can expect for the week to come. And I wanted to do this ahead of the eclipse, the solar eclipse, to see, if there's extra impact coming in from that. I have several decks here that I'm going to use today, and they've all been shuffled prior to recording, but as usual I do like to go back through and shuffle on camera for you. So I'm filming on Sunday. This deck here is, what is this deck? This is my Divine Feather Message. No, that's not it. This is the Sea Soul Journey. The Sea Soul Journey Tarot. We have cards that have flipped, so we'll start here. We have Depth, Shine. Ooh. I wonder if these will all fit. We have Depth, Shine, Allow, and Persist. And then the next deck here in my hands is the Tarot of the Divine. Tarot of the Divine. See what kind of energies we can expect from the eclipse and through the week. What would Source like to impart to us? What kind of information, guidance, inspiration for growth and expansion? Where could we focus our attention for the week to come? This as well. We have the Knight of Wands and Strength. The Knight of Wands and Strength. And then this deck here is the Mantegna Tarot. This is my archetype deck. Shuffle those back in. We have music, and I'll take this as well. I feel like we had music recently. And Terpsichore. So we have music 26 and Terpsichore card number 13. And then we have this deck here. Yeah, I'm going all out with a bunch of, that's how I get my messages. What? This is the Starseed Oracle. And lo, we have two cards here that flipped out. Baby Steps and Breath of the Cosmos. And finally, almost finally, because I like to pull these at the end here. Finally, this is the Divine Feather Messenger Oracle. And shuffle. One more message, a card or two, please, from Source. What kind of message should we be receiving? What do you have to impart upon us for wisdom and guidance? Is there a message today? What is the special message? Shuffle one more time. deep in the deck. I have to bring it to the surface. Which one? Which one? Which one? What's the message for today? What's the message for the week? Blue jay. Okay, we got that the other day. Blue jay. The time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. Okay. Depth, may you immerse and go deeper. Shine, may you be a lighthouse. Allow, may you soften into what is, and persist, may your ripples build the swell. It's a lot. It's a lot of information. Depth, may you immerse and go deeper into the shadows, into your shadow self, to learn more, to heal more, to expose more, and then bring that to the surface, your healing, your light, your shining, your growth from having healed, your growth from what you have learned. Wow. Allow, may you soften into what is. If you are experiencing some changes, whether it is chaotic or not, some people have a tendency to grasp for what once was formerly stable but is now changing, and at times we have to let go to make way for the new. We have to loosen our grip. And this card, Allow, is suggesting that we soften into what is. We accept these changes that we may be experiencing in our life in order to go with the flow, to float on down the river instead of trying to swim upstream against the resistance. Persist. May your ripples build the swell. This always makes me come back to the notion of the sinus rhythm, that sort of indication of the heartbeat, of the life force moving through us, but as well as you see on a low tide beach, you can see where the ripples of the small waves have left those marks on the sand, and they appear not much differently than these waves are appearing in the water. It's a mark left from these waves, and it is a little by little by little a change. As the tide moves in, it happens in small increments, and we may expect to see from the eclipse, or to experience from the eclipse, some big, wow, major change, and the reality may come to pass that it is a slow, evolving change that is revealed or illuminated, just as we see the low tide, we see the high tide, and we see the passing in between, but it does not happen in a blink of an eye. It happens over a period of time, just as the shadow cast over the sun does not happen in the blink of an eye. It will happen over the course of several hours. Nothing is instant. There's always a buildup of energy and I want to say decimation, not in the sense of absolute destruction, but in the ebbing of the energy. So we have to sort of release and allow these changes to transpire as they do in their slow motion, and resolve to have a loose grip instead of fixating or fixing our grip, our energy, our focus on that which has been stable to us up to this point. And yes, we have the Knight of Wands and we have the Strength card. So when it comes to the Knight of Wands, we're looking at a card of the suit of wands, which is representative of the element of fire, as well as the fire signs. And that energy is a highly motivated, action-oriented energy. It is energy of initiation and action and doing. It is the energy of eagerness to charge into battle, to attack a project, to get things done, to go into battle. It's about being fearless and going despite all the odds. It is a card of passion and adventure, and really it's about pursuing your dreams. It's about going after what you want with complete gusto, going after your dreams, following your convictions, following your heart, making that stand and going for it. And then we have the Strength card following that. The Strength card typically depicted as a protagonist taming the lion, with the hand in the mouth of the lion. In this particular deck, this protagonist is, interestingly enough, I'm not sure what myth this illustration comes from, but the protagonist is wrestling the lion, but the lion has a crocodile's head. That's very interesting. Sharp teeth. So you're able to have some control over the situation or this change. You're able to, there's probably, I would suggest there is some kind of change that is evolving that is beyond your control. But you do have the strength and the control to take action for yourself, regardless of what other implications all of these other energies may have on the outside, all of these changes. What do you have control over? You have control over what, the life you're living and the choices you're making, and what can you do for yourself. You have control over that which you can do for yourself, the direction that you can take your life, or the way that you can invest your time, your energy, your money, your heart, whatever it is. You have control over that. And you may be asked to take a big step, to take a bold action into, or take charge over certain decisions that affect you and your life. And you're responsible for those decisions. And who knows how it impacts everything else that's changing around you. But really you're the one that has to look out for yourself. So with music from this Mantegna Tarot deck, we have these cards here, my archetype cards. Music is card number 26, and this is the archetype for harmony. Attract friends and disorient enemies, which is interesting. I'm not sure that we are specifically being called to be deceitful. However, there is probably an element of not disclosing all your plans or not disclosing all your details to people that A, don't support you or may not support you, or B, may take advantage of the situation in which you find yourself, whether, it is a time of other people's resources. So, other people's resources, you want to make sure to protect yourself so that other people aren't taking advantage of your resources beyond that which you are willing to give. So the idea of the music card is that this protagonist has a flute or recorder she's playing. There's also at her feet there are several other instruments. It looks like she has, I don't know, a harp, something like a banjo, another type of flute, pan flute maybe, and then I can't think of is it a mandolin? I'm not sure. I'm not well versed in those kinds of musical instruments. But the point being, and even with the Pied Piper, the story of the Pied Piper was that he was able to get people to follow him with his music, but that was a way of disorienting people. It's like, oh yeah, forget about everything else that's going on around you. Just listen to the music and get lost in the music. And in the story of the Pied Piper, they did get lost in the music and they did follow the Pied Piper, and they would go wherever he wanted them to go. And in that sense, that was the disorientation. So you do have some control over the ability to disorient your enemies by what you are communicating and putting out there. And it's perhaps not necessarily the suggestion to deceive people, but only to protect certain information for yourself that involves the path you're on, may involve your loved ones or your friends, and then to protect those things that you're working on from enemies that might sway you off your path. At any rate, music is asking you to have harmony, seek harmony, create harmony in the life choices with which you are currently faced. It's that harmony of navigating the choppy waters with some sense of self-control and strength, but also allowing the flow to go and letting go such a tight grip to some extent. So the other card here we have from this archetype deck is Terpsichore, and this is the archetype for nimbleness. It says dance with everyone to understand them better. And here we have a full moon indicated in the card. Dance with everyone in order to understand them better. That is to say, get to know people, interact with people, see how they respond to different situations before judging them or taking a judgment from someone else's word without actually having an experience of them yourself. Do you hear the plane in the background? It's always a reminder. I don't know. I need to look into getting a pilot's license. I think it's a reminder. So the card is asking dance. Sorry for my distraction. Dance with people to get to know them better. That is to spend time with them, ask questions, dig a little deeper. Don't trust a superficial judgment of people or situations. Actually spend some time getting to know them, sharing of yourself a bit so that you can sort of figure out what can be a harmonic exchange, right? Because friendship should be reciprocal. It's not really healthy when one person uses another, especially if it's for on a long-term basis. Like you want You want to, if a friend calls you up and needs a shoulder to cry on, someone to lean on, well, you want to provide that to your friend. However, when you need that as well, you would like to have similar support from your friend. And if it's constantly one way, it's not exactly healthy. So what you want is you want harmony. And Terpsichore is actually asking you to find that balance and to spend time with people, to get to know them and to ask questions, dig deeper for a little more information so that you can have a sound assessment of someone else's intentions with you, or how they expect of themselves to be a force in your life, whether it be someone who is grounded or someone who's going to stir up a little bit of chaos. So that's card number 13, which adds up to a 4. What else do we have? We have baby steps. Action, follow your intuition before it makes sense. Okay, so again, we have initiation action here. Action, persist. There is an element in this reading about taking action. These are the ripples, the small changes, and baby steps also is implicative of small changes, baby steps, but it's nonetheless asking you to take action. Follow your intuition before it makes sense. So finally we have breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. This is to acknowledge that the divine has a plan, and you need to at least allow for the divine plan to come together. Not force too much, but it is important to take those baby steps and to take some action to show what kind of direction you want to go. What kind of energies would you like to see in your life? Would you like to experience in your life? And then allow the universe to deliver that to you, for you. Right? We have the blue jay. The time is right to access and master your abilities. Do so with humility and control. This is really about a lot of balance. I don't see specifically anything challenging coming into play. I don't get the notion that the eclipse is going to throw any wild cards at you, although you may have experienced some challenging energy over the past week, the week prior to the eclipse here. It looks like it's just a matter of confidently managing shifts and changes in your life, in your environment, in your relationships, and figuring out how to best take those next steps forward. And now I will take a few cards here from this Visconti Tarot. No, I'm trying to think if I should read any of these cards out loud from the book. Well, maybe I'll take a couple of these. We'll see. How long is this video? It's almost 30 minutes. Long videos are great sometimes, but how much time do we have in a day? And how many videos are you watching out there? Let's see, what kind of energies do we have for the week? And let's please clarify a few things here on the board with this Visconti deck. That'll do. We have the 9 of Coins. Looks good. And we have the Knave of Pentacles. Okay. So we have two Pentacles cards here. The Nine of Pentacles and the Knave of Pentacles. So that's looking like some stability and abundance. This looks like a bit of security. Something that actually might make you feel more like you can allow, soften into what is, that you have some stability and security. You don't have to worry so much about whatever you're lacking. Let's, get rid of that lack mentality. Let that go. And the Knave of Pentacles is perhaps an opportunity and an invitation, a stable invitation, a stable opportunity, a stable offer of investment coming in. It may be you actually might be receiving a small or large, who knows, monetary reward, shall we say. You might be receiving some unexpected unexpected pay, unexpected treasure, or something that may even be expected, but it's not part of your normal pay. What I mean to say is that you may be receiving some kind of reward from some kind of lottery ticket. You may be receiving a tax refund, which would be something outside of your normal paycheck, right? This is what I mean. If you have a job and you're working regularly, you have an expectation of your regular weekly income, or however frequently you are paid. You have a certain expectation for the financial dollar amount. And here we're seeing something beyond, above, and outside of that regular payment amount. So it may be a lottery ticket, it may be a tax refund, it may be something extra for some kind of work that you've done, or somebody may be paying you back for money that they have owed to you, or maybe you're selling something that you no longer use and you're receiving payment for that. Those are a few examples that I can think of where you might be handsomely rewarded financially in some way that is beyond your usual expectation, and that's helpful, and we have gratitude for that kind of thing. That puts you more into this Nine of Pentacles energy, more stability, more independence, and being able to carry out your own. It's like having the confidence to carry out your plans, to know that basically it's having that confidence and sitting in that place of trust, knowing that things are working out for you. So that may mean other people coming to you to help work things out, or that just the way people are interacting around you is helping you, helps work things out for you, helps bring things together to your advantage. Well, I hope that you enjoy the eclipse if you are able to see it and are interested in watching it. And otherwise, I hope that you have good energy coming in for you this week. I hope that you are able to navigate the energies you experience this week. Have trust, strength, and confidence in yourself. Release total control, but take control over the trajectory of where your life is headed. You want to take action on a few things that are important to you to show the universe what direction you would like to pursue. It appears that you're coming at your problems and events, the circumstances of your life from a pretty balanced perspective, and you have arrived at that balanced perspective after having been through the depths of your psyche, grown from the lessons you're learning, and now you are able to have the strength to persist and shine through any challenges because you have learned how to stay balanced. So continue with that path, continue walking in that manner, and I wish you the best for the week. Thank you for coming to Compass Starlight.